South America is a land of extremes, from towering mountains to dense jungles and everything in between. But South America also has some of the strangest cryptids and folklore monsters of anywhere in the world. So today we're going to be taking a look at some of these crazy creatures. But before we get into that, this video is totally free. All I ask is to hit the like button and check out some of my other content. If you like it, think about subscribing. And without further ado, let's get into these wild beasts of South America.
What language would you like me to translate it into?
I'm going to try to pronounce these as accurately as possible, but number one is El Ucumar. The legend of El Ucumar comes from the Andes in Argentina, a creature often described as South America's version of the Bigfoot. But this isn't a typical hairy hominid. Locals say El Ucumar stands about 6 feet tall, covered in thick black hair and glowing red eyes. And it has that unmistakable smell of sulfur, which is pretty gross. What makes El Ucumar especially chilling is its cry, a haunting whistle that echoes through the canyons at night. Hell no. A group of hikers in 2001 reported seeing a figure crouched on a cliffside just watching them. When they approached, it whistled, stood upright, and then vanished, climbing the rocks like smoke. Some folklorists trace this being to the Andean myths of the Ucumar Zupai, a spirit of the mountains. Is this one a remnant of a lost species or something more supernatural? Let me know down in the comments. Next on the list is the Mapinguari, which is known as Brazil's Amazon giant. Deep in the Amazon rainforest, tales emerge of a beast said to rival the dinosaurs, the Mapinguari. Described as a towering creature with matted fur, backward-facing feet, and a mouth on its stomach, the Mapinguari is said to emit a foul stench and let out an unearthly roar that paralyzes animals in fear. I would probably just be frozen in fear from seeing its backward-ass feet. That's crazy. Local tribes in the area speak of it as a forest guardian. Scientists have speculated that it might be a folk memory of a giant ground sloth long extinct, but the sightings continue to this day. In 2007, a biologist named David Oren collected dozens of accounts from indigenous groups in the area who all described the Mapinguari in eerie detail. Could an ancient species of creature be living in these dense forests, or are the stories of just something else? Next is the La Patasola and Colombia's one-legged siren. She appears as a beautiful woman deep in the Colombian jungle, until you notice that she has only one leg. La Patasola is a shape-shifting spirit who lures wandering men away, only to reveal her monstrous form with fangs and claws dripping blood. The cryptid/folklore entity is feared across Colombia and part of Ecuador. Farmers and loggers working in remote areas have reported hearing seductive singing followed by horrifying screams. La Patasola is often seen as a forest protector, punishing those who harm nature or exploit women. Whether real or symbolic, her presence continues to haunt the jungles. I mean, I'm all for protecting the forest and women, so maybe she's not all that bad. Next on the list, and featuring my squeaky ass chair, is El Basilisco Chilote, Chile's death gaze. On the very foggy islands of southern Chile lives one of the most bizarre cryptids on this list and in the world. This snake rooster hybrid is said to crawl through houses at night and kill with its breath. Yeah, you heard that right. Locals believe it can drain your soul while you sleep, leaving victims mysteriously paralyzed or dead without any apparent injuries. Its origins may be traced to Spanish colonial tales of the basilisk, fused with the indigenous mythology. Many elders in Chilote communities believe that by putting a mirror near their bed at night, the creature might see itself in the mirror and scare itself away. The next one is pretty well known. It is the El Chupacabra and the bloodsucker that crossed borders. Although it's more famously associated with Puerto Rico, El Chupacabra has left its mark across all of South America and even some of southern North America. Particularly in the Venezuela, Chile, and Brazil areas is where it's most notorious. The name means goat sucker, and it lives up to that title. Livestock found with puncture wounds and blood drained entirely from their bodies. Eyewitnesses describe a reptilian-like creature with spikes on its back, glowing eyes, and the ability to leap incredible distances very quickly. Some versions describe it more like a hairless, alien-looking dog. The cryptid hit media frenzy in the 90s, but reports have never actually truly stopped. Some believe it's a mutated animal, and others claim it's not from this world at all. There's tons of theories about this being a alien's pet or like a scout for alien civilizations, because Brazil has a lot of UFO encounters as well, so the lore just kind of ties into itself. Next one on the list is the Monye and Paraguay's jungle hypnotist. From the Guarani myths of Paraguay comes, again, I'm gonna try to say all of this as accurately as possible. From the Guarani myths of Paraguay comes the Monye, a cryptid said to be part snake, part demon, and entirely hypnotic. With bulging eyes and a spiraled horn, Monye could entrance both animals and humans, luring them into the forest, never to return. Some tales say that it may be guarding treasure that's buried beneath the land, but others say if you hear strange whispers in the woods but see no one, the Monye may be near. Few dare to say his name out loud at night. Shit. God damn it. While skeptics may scoff, the sightings keep coming. From cursed spirits to ancient giants, South America's cryptids are more than just monsters. They are reflections of the deep spiritual and ecological beliefs of the land and its people. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate it. Leave a like, check out my other content, and let me know if you'd like a part 2 on this video. Definitely we'll be looking into more very strange creatures. South America is massive, and there is a lot of folklore to cover. So with that, drink water, be safe, and I will see you in the next video. Oh, and say thank you to Alexa. I almost forgot that part.
There's no sound.